Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. Because of the Terra Luna crash, some of you might be wondering about Fantom USD. It's supposed to be pegged to the dollar, but it's actually 70 cents. Some of you are like, oh my god, it's going to lose its peg. Is Fantom going to die and burn? And is it the same as UST? No, it's not the same, and I'm not too worried about Fantom, although I would not buy the stablecoin. If you actually look at the stablecoin, it's kind of like a failed stablecoin. As you can see, it's never really been pegged to the dollar. It's been as low as 50 cents and as high as 90 something cents. So it's a pseudo stablecoin, not really a stablecoin. I do think like once regulations come down, something like this will be smacked down. It's not really an algorithmic stablecoin, it's an over collateralized stablecoin. It's actually over collateralized by 500%. But that is definitely not a surefire 100% peg, because you can see it's not a 100% peg. But the thing is, like, it's collateralized by very volatile FTM coin. So even though it's over collateralized by 500%, we know that the price of a volatile asset can easily dump 80% or more in a bear market. So if you over collateralized it in the bull market, it could dump into oblivion. But Fantom is not dependent on FUSD like Terra was actually dependent on UST. At least that's not what I think. You can't use FUSD to mint Fantom, which means it shouldn't trigger, if Fantom really starts to depeg, which it actually has, it really shouldn't start to trigger an avalanche of massive Fantom printing. However, Fantom, like FTM, did actually drop in price a whole lot. Early this year as well. So I am very speculative of such things, or very doubtful of such things. As you can see, I mean, it has actually dropped a lot. And if you actually lay the graphs to each other, we can actually see, if we look at December until now, you can essentially see that these two graphs really haven't mimicked each other. So one is not really dependent on the other, even if it's 500% over collateralized. Now, will they print more FTM if FUSD depegs? It really doesn't look like it, because if you actually look at like around February 14th right now, Fantom was just basically chilling as well. It doesn't really seem to be that much affected by FUSD, and when FUSD went back up, Fantom has not gone back up. But here's the thing, like, Fantom is at, let's just say that this FUSD, I'm pretty sure it started before this, but let's just say it's started on January 4th. Fantom price on January 4th was roughly, let's see January 18th, because that's, actually January 4th, I just need to squeeze it back up a bit. On January 4th, Fantom price was $2.90. Now, the price is 48 cents. So you can see it can actually dip like 80% or so. So FUSD is actually over collateralized by the amount of FTM staked. And as you can see, the value of the FTM stake can go down a lot. So they would actually have to stake more FTM to create Fantom. It needs to be 500% over collateralized. But, a dip from $3 to 40 cents is more than 80%, so they would have to stake more Fantom. What if there's not enough Fantom to stake to actually back all the USD in circulation? That could definitely cause an FUSD crash. And if they mint more Fantom to stake to do that, then that would actually liquidate the price of Fantom. But I don't think that mechanism quite works like that, so I'm not as afraid of FTM. I still think FTM is a pretty good ecosystem. This does give me pause, especially after the Terra Luna collapse, but I don't think this system is overly dependent on their stablecoin like the other one was. So I do think Fantom's a little safer. It is over collateralized, but I would still be careful. I would not buy FUSD. And I would definitely look more into Fantom. They do have a Medium post, but I actually do not think it's quite as, I might be wrong, I don't think it's quite as dependent on FUSD as Terra was on FTM. I don't think it's the center of their ecosystem, and I do think they can actually survive without it. But FUSD is not really a stablecoin. It's a failed project, and it will actually need to be replaced by something else later. Otherwise, the regulators are going to lay the smackdown on it, because it's a stable coin that's not really a stable coin, and regulators don't like stable coins that aren't really stable coins. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.